In this video I'm going to explain the process for creating a corpus, which is a list of keywords and key phrases or terms, and use those to search the internet to generate sort of a database of reference material. So there's two things that we need. The SketchEngine is the thing that's going to take our documents that we want to extract the key terms and keywords from, and then we're going to use Web Bootcat to generate that list of reference material. The process is fairly simple. You do need access to SketchEngine, so we need to prepare our documents first. It takes text files. PDFs can be classed as text files as well because it reads the text in the PDF. So plain text, Word files, PDFs. You can't use photographs of text even if they are PDFs. It has to be a PDF that's been generated from sort of a text-based file. The next thing is to upload this to the SketchEngine website and to create a corpus of our keywords and terms. Then we edit our corpus. Obviously the keywords and terms might not be appropriate to our search. We can then at that point create a spreadsheet of the words and terms by cutting and pasting it into something like Excel, for example. And then we'll use those keywords and terms to generate contextual references and a list of data that can be downloaded into your corpus. And that's using Web Bootcat. So the first thing we need to do is launch the SketchEngine web page. So here I am at the sketchengine.co.uk/login. You get to this page when you go to /login, and we are going to use the single sign-in service. Coventry University is a member of this, so you can click on authenticate using the single sign-in. Then if Coventry University isn't here already, just start typing in Coventry and you'll get that option. Click on continue and then input your Coventry username and your password, and then we can log in. I've got some files from Frank Warwick at the Geography Department, who has kindly donated those to generate this explanatory video. The first thing we need to do is to create a corpus. So this is where we click first. So under Corpora, create corpus. We have to give it a name. So I'll call it Oceans and we'll choose English as our language, and then we can create. So the next step is to upload the files. Now these could be PowerPoint files, they could be anything you've got access to, so they have to be word-based or text-based, should I say, but PDFs are fine as well. So if you have PowerPoint files, convert them to PDF and they will be fine. It'll just extract the text, it won't extract any of the images from them. So we click on this, upload from disk, then we select the choose file. It'll take us then, because I've previously done this, it knows where to look, but it'll take you to your browser where you can start selecting these files. Now double click. You can't add multiple files using this method, but I could have created an archive like a zip file and that would have come in as one, but I'll show you the process of adding multiple files, because you can add files to your corpus and then recompile them as you go. So choose file, click next. This is then going to upload that into SketchEngine. And there you have it. So that's the first one done. We can then say finish. And once that's compiled, we can then add new files. So I'm going to just add the remaining 4 files. I'll pause the video as we go. And then we'll come back to the next stage, which will be to compile the corpus. And then we can start extracting our keywords and terms. So add new file to add the next file. Upload from disk, choose file. I'll double click that, go next, and then I'll see you when I've got all 5 files uploaded. Okay, so that's our 5 files uploaded. Now it does recommend that we recompile because we've added extra articles to the corpus. So recompiling first, and then down to compile at the bottom. There are a lot of options to choose from. Most of these things are explained on the SketchEngine website. I'm going to take the default settings as suitable and just click on compile at the bottom. Then it goes through its processes, and when we've got 100% all the way, we can click OK, and then that's that done. So that's our corpus generated. We are now going to extract the keywords and terms. A lot of other features are available as well. Most of these again are available to read further into in the SketchEngine website. But we're going to look at this one, keywords and terms. This is going to generate the keywords and terms from those documents that we've uploaded. Certain things, these are usually names of authors from various papers that have been put in via the references on the original documents. Things like phase test briefing, test briefing, all of these things we don't want to take further. So this is your option for selecting the key terms and the keywords, and then we can take those further into Web Bootcamp to generate our list of references. So what I'm going to do now is just flick through this list and select a series of key terms and words that I want to take further forward. I'll just pause the video whilst I do that. Now all of the keywords and terms are arranged by a score value. That score is explained on this PDF. It's a bit above my head, to be perfectly honest, but there's lots of interesting looking calculations that have gone in to generate the key score. So the F value is the concordance of this word salinity in relation to the documents we've uploaded to generate this corpus. The ref F score is the concordance of that word in the wider context of the web. Okay, so if I clicked on that, there's 12,479 options to choose from. These are the documents that are linked back to it, and if we click on the word salinity, you get a small sort of extract here, and I can click on that, and that'll load up some information. I can go to the previous or the next, and this will give us the context of that word, and if we are interested in that, then we can click on the document, and then we could click on the web link to download or access that document. Okay, this comes up in a separate tab, so I'll close that down. Now, what we can also do with our extracted keywords and terms is generate a Web Bootcamp database. So that's going to use these words that we've selected, and it's going to throw them together. It's going to create some tuples from them, and then it's going to set some search parameters, and it's going to find documents online that have combinations of these words together based on our search parameters. Okay, so we'll use Web Bootcamp with the selected words. We'll give it a collection. We'll call it Oceans again. Okay, I've done quite a few of these, as you can see. And we're going to use the seed words, and the seed words are those keywords that we've just selected, and compile a corpus when finished. And we'll just click Next, and then that's going to give us a list of URLs. There are advanced options which allow us to control the number of keywords that are going to be used, or the maximum and minimum in the tuples, and then the number of tuples that we can use to create our searches. So this is what we've come up with. So using those keywords, we've got a whole host of links to documents, papers from academia, you've got papers from sciencedirect.com, so all of these things generating these links, so we can have a click on some of these just to see what the information is. Then this is what we get access to. So a fantastic way of searching for reference material for dissertations or anything else that you want to add background to some information that you are trying to put together. So we can close that down. So this is where you get a chance, because this is going to download all that documents, and you are limited to the amount of download information you can create. I don't know what the limit is, but I've already exceeded mine a couple of times doing this. So be a little bit judicious as to which you choose. So look at the query. So interior, geostrophic circulation, surface water and salinity. So if that's what you're interested in, you can select a couple of these things. You might want to unselect all of them. So go through the list. So I'm going to unselect most of these just to show you the process. Some of them don't return anything. So we'll keep a few. I'll unselect those, and I'll keep deep water landform seismically. So these are the things that I'm interested in. I'll unselect those as well. This is just going to generate our reference material. So then we can go next. Then it'll process. Anything it can't get, it'll tell you. So unable to retrieve. It's got 7 files remaining, so we've got 2 so far. There's a couple of errors, so it'll tell you what the errors are. It might be file sizes too small. There is a lower limit to the amount of text that it'll get in, but that's it, 100% done. Successfully processed files, 7. We didn't get 3. Unable to retrieve none of them, so we've got all of them. So this gives you a snapshot of what's just happened. So then we can click on OK. And now all of that has been linked back into our corpus. So if I click on Oceans, that's the subset files that we've just got, and these are our 5 original files. So in no time at all, we've got a huge database now of information relating to our sort of oceans. We've taken our 5 files and we've searched the internet. We've got another 7 files which are really specific to the sorts of things that we want. We could then come in and delete the things that we don't necessarily want, but that's the way that this thing works. So if we wanted to go back to our keywords and terms and maybe add those onto Excel spreadsheet, it's now highlighting words that are linked back to the WebCat as well. These ones in green, it says at the bottom down here. So highlighted words were used as seeds in the previous WebCat run within this corpus. Okay, so now you can download CSVs of the keywords and the terms, but that tends to put the string together and a little bit awkward to fathom. So the best way to do it is just to do a selection and then copy and paste. So Control C or Command C if you're on a Mac, and then in Excel, Control or Command V, and that will generate this for you. So you can get rid of all of these things, select across there, and we can delete those. Stretch this out a bit. You do get the these tick boxes, they come in to it as well. So there's the terms below. What I'm going to do first of all is just select all of these, and if we right click on this, and we can set the row height to about 20, that's going to give us a sensible row height. And then to get rid of these things here, we have to go to Find and Select and go to Special, and then if we choose this objects thing here and then say OK, that finds all those objects, and then we can delete those. So we've got rid of those little tick boxes as well. So if you want to get rid of this column, we can do by just deleting that. So this is then a list of our keywords, and again you can go in and edit that, give it to your students, or use it as a reference. So that's a very short introduction to using SketchEngine and Web Bootcamp, but the process isn't too difficult. There are lots of other options to investigate, and there is a lot of help on the SketchEngine website. There's also videos that SketchEngine have produced on YouTube. It's a very useful way of condensing the keywords and the terms used in documents that you've been sent that are cross-referenced and then linked back to the internet. So hope you've enjoyed following along, and good luck with your corpus.